Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today's ration we are going to be reviewing the 24-hour RationTech menu number 2, their tactical pack. This is a 3200 kcal ration. So what we didn't do, of course, reviewed is I think the tissues, which is normal tissues, the wet wipes, that's normal. There's still an extra black tea, and there's all the sugars, which I don't do, but hey, you might just swap it or use it in something. We did do the digestive biscuits at breakfast with the peanut butter, but I'm gonna do it again. See how it goes with the black tea. We've got the chewing gums, which is a cherry flavor. What is it? Not cherry. Well, anyway, some more the cherry flavor, nice flavor. But these are just normal chewing gum. It's wild cherry, I think. Anyway, but this is just normal chewing gum that you get everywhere. So it's not anything special. We've got strawberry, it's a lactose-free drink. Something that we don't have in South Africa in our nutritional stuff is the cholesterol. I think the Canadians have got the cholesterol amount in. And it would be a good thing, I think, in these days to actually add the amount of cholesterol that something contains, just for interest's sake. They do add the salt and stuff. And then we've got our vegetable and mutton casserole. This is very saucy. I did not, as I normally would do, or I did with the chicken pasta, squash the big pieces of stuff that might be in here, because I don't know if it would be meat or potatoes or whatever it is in here. So I didn't go through and squash anything, because I might squash the wrong thing because you can't see it. So I'll go and heat this up. This is not going to be a very long review, I think. Heat this up, mix this up, and I will be back. Oh yeah, we've got some salt and pepper as well. I can't remember if I said that. South African rations apparently overall lack some salt, which for me is a very good thing, because normally your rations have too much salt in them. Here at least there is a little bit of salt, and there's quite a bunch of salt in their little packets, and of course there's pepper as well. And the South African stuff, they normally just have a 3 years shelf life, because they say it is as natural as possible. They're trying to use as few ingredients as they can, and that is the ingredients up there. I don't know if you can read it. I'm not going to read. We might just read through everything, because hey, let's see what this thing has. Alright, store in a cool dark place. In a cool dark place, away from blah blah blah. No refrigeration required. Consume before date of expiration. Give date of consumption immediately once since it's open, for best and be in. Okay, see printed, yes, on the package. Can be eaten hot or cold. And why? Because it is a saucy dish. The more saucy, the better it is. Consume immediately. Do that. Yeah, it can be eaten where? Either hot or cold. Let's see what else they say. Alright, then they say, of course, stove placed into a, say how to heat it. 10 to 15 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes in a microwave, I think. Yep, microwave. A flameless ration heater. Place foods inside a flameless ration heater bag, and they just say the reheating instructions. Let's just see if we've got. Alright, there's the ingredients. Sorry, they have quite a bit more ingredients than I thought they would. Oh, well, here's the ingredients, but still I think it's less than other things. Let's see. We've got water is 30%, mutton 20, tomatoes 11, potato, rice, okay, potato, I think it's rice, it's just this bit of rice. Carrot, vegetables, oil, 100% sunflower seed oil. We use a lot of sunflower seed oil, and then we get to the E whatever that is. We get onions. Oh, this is a 400 gram pack. There's some onions, some butternuts, some tomato paste. That is just what's in the tomato paste, salt, green beans, brown sugar, salt, modified starch, garlic, and then you get to all of the other stuff, but still without all of this stuff. And some flavor enhancers. You can see all that E numbers. Some soy sauce. Gluten and some other stuff there as well. So there's a lot of synthetic stuff in here as well, but they say it is as natural as they can get it. And here it gives you a better appreciation of the amount of this, because this is a bit bunched up. You can't see the other two ingredients give you sort of approximation of the amount of ingredients that is in there. There's not as much as you would see in some other rations, I think. This is how all of the other ingredients. I'm not going to read that all. As I said, South African stuff doesn't have the cholesterol in it, and it would be nice to have it in. So I'll go and heat this. So on the one side of the packet, they just say your storing instructions, how to cool place, and also your preparation instructions for microwave, stovetop, and flameless ration heater. They just, of course, say don't eat this after the expiration date or the best before date, and that's all printed on the package. And if you open this, eat it all at once. Don't let it stand over. Then you've got the ingredients list. You can see, although it's a longish list, there's a lot of few E numbers in there. I don't know if you can read that, but it's not, I think, as long as some of the other lists you get. This is the English list. Here is some water, some meat, some tomatoes, some potatoes, some rice, some butternut, some beans, some carrots and garlic and flavorings and sunflower oil and other stuff in here. And then you got your other ingredients, which you're not going to read there. I don't know if you can actually read this with the on the lens, but oh well, would be able to read this in the video. But anyway, not going to read through that all. And it's 400 grams. So I'll go and heat this up, and I will be back. Alright, I'm going to take them up on their offer. On the packaging they say can be eaten hot or cold. Now all the other stuff will wait. We will try it hot first. It's a bit more saucy hot, but I think I might just have not gotten enough sauce in here with the cold ones, but it doesn't really matter for this. So let's take a bite. Saucy, savory, tomatoey. The rice is in there. There's some sweet corn, carrots. The meat you do need to squash. So this thing you can actually squash beforehand. It's nice tomatoey, savory flavor. I don't think I've had anything similar in this year's ration so far. No. This still I've got at four unique dishes so far this year. Here it's not as saucy, but it might just be that I didn't get a lot of sauce, and the meat is big pieces again that you have to squash. This is the cold one, by the way. Now let's taste. Much blander in flavor. It tastes more fatty. The meat, as I said, is real. If you squash in meat, and it can be dry if you don't squash it before and mix it into the sauce. The rice is soft, the meat gives structure here. The sauce isn't as runny, but it could just be that I didn't get a lot of sauce scooped out when I did the original dishing out. Now this is not bad cold, but well. Alright, my verdict between the two. Hot and it's got totally different flavor profiles. Cold it tastes much more fatty. Hot it doesn't taste so fat. When you heat it up, you bring out the tomatoiness of the tomato, bring out some of more flavors. When it's cold, you just sort of get more a vegetable flavor, not so much tomatoey. Really still the meat flavor as well, but the flavor profile change, which is interesting. For eating, for ease of eating, both of them you have to squash the meat, otherwise it is a bit dry. But there's enough sauce in here so that when you eat it cold, it's not something you have to work at to swallow. It's not sort of a starchy dish that you really... So it's easy enough to eat hot or cold. I haven't tested the others as well, but as I tasted them, it will be the same result. I might just do it some other ways times as well, but I just normally heat the whole package up on the stove and not use the microwave. But I was not in the mood today to do it on the stove. As I said, nice. The depth of the flavor profile, as I said, is better in the hot. Hot, it does taste better, but it's not bad cold. So if you want to increase depth of flavor, do eat this hot. You can also add some extra salt and pepper, which you might need. Now we come to our digestive biscuits, which we did have in breakfast. And you can of course eat it with your dinner. A very bland, slightly sweet biscuit this. Not overwhelmingly sweet, but not oatsy so much. It's just a bland biscuit. It tastes some with the food. Gives some crunch and sweetness to the food. But it's not bad with the food, but you could do it if you want some extra structure. I'm not gonna... You can throw it in there to soak up the extra sauce. Then you will get an extra sweetness and crunchy to the sauce. Now what I actually want to taste this with is the the strawberry lactose-free drink. They call for half a liter of water, but that is again a bit too much when you taste a bit too much water. You have to let this stand a bit and mix well because there's some sugar in there that needs to dissolve. Sweet strawberry, I would say use about 400 mils, maybe 350, something like that. Just more than 250 is too much, or too little water. 500 is too much, so go sort of in between 300, more or less. It doesn't have that extraordinarily maize taste that it used to have. It's nice, it's sweet, and let's do that with the biscuit. Not bad. Goes well with the biscuits as well. A very versatile biscuit, this blandish biscuit of theirs. And so this is black tea, which in South Africa can mean any tea that is black in nature and is not rooibos. You of course get green tea and other types of tea, but if it says black tea, it is just not. It's just a normal kind of tea, not any special flavor. This can be anything from Earl Grey to 5 Roses to what is it, African blend, to whatever blend of tea it is that is not rooibos or any other weird flavor. So let's taste. Well, I'm not a tea aficionado, but not bad, and it goes well with the tea biscuit as well. So this was our dinner of the RationTech tactical ration, menu number 2, 24-hour rations, 3200 kcal ration. It was back in 2022. As I say, I'm not sponsored by them. I buy them so far. I've asked them to send some of their stuff, and because there's stuff I can't get, that they are not on their purchasing website at the moment, so I don't know if they will send me some stuff, but anyway, that was dinner. So what I think about it: this can be eaten hot or cold. The flavor profiles does change though. Much more tomatoey when it's hot, much more vegetable tasting, more flat taste when it's cold, but it's fluid and it's soft enough to be eaten cold easily. You just have to squash the meat, which is real meat. Cookie, nice. The digestive biscuit, that's a slight sweet cookie. You can actually eat it with the meal. If you want to add it sort of like a cracked biscuit sort of in the meal. It goes well with the strawberry lactose-free drink. It's a shame it wasn't a chocolate, then I would have added hot water. But I don't want to do it with strawberry or some of the other flavors. And then of course you've got just normal black tea. So that was dinner. So and overall this ration, the banana porridge I'm not a fan of, but the cookies was nice, the protein bar was nice, or the energy bar. The pasta was nice and flavorful, nice and creamy. It does well with a bit of salt and pepper. This also would do benefit from a bit of salt and pepper, which I'm not going to add. They might have added a bit more herbs, but not bad. Nice tomatoey taste. Pasta was nice and creamy and soft. Chicken meat a bit. If you squash it, it's much easier to eat. It's not as dry. And that's what I think basically. And the drinks was just normal isotonic drinks. So that was my ration review. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel. Please subscribe. Please go and donate on patreon.com and see you at my next ration review. So I've been reviewing South African, just a little end note, I've been reviewing South African rations for a few years now. And the rations from that I started until this day, the taste and the quality I think of the food, either to be eaten hot or cold, actually to me has improved. So it's overall I think South African food did have improved over the years, which is a good thing.